Hunt Fish Shoot is back out on the range today, bringing you guys a little something special. This is the Beretta M9A3. So if you like what you see today, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been
The Beretta M9A3, or Beretta 92, as all of you know, these have been out for a very long time. They saw very extensive combat usage as the M9, and then Beretta came out with the M9A3 to enter into the new military handgun system. They obviously lost, as everybody knows, the SIG M17 and M18 was chosen. But there is nothing wrong with this gun, and it is by no means a slouch. It has a lot of great features that they did actually upgrade over a standard M9 or an M92. And with it, the trigger and everything on this is absolutely fantastic if you ask me. It's a very, very nice double action, single action trigger. This model I have here, this is the Type G, which means it has a decocker on it and no safety. And as you guys have seen in the past, I do not like safeties on defensive handguns whatsoever. 1911s, 2011s, different story. Outside of that, I'm not a fan. There's nothing wrong with them if that's what you like, but for myself personally, I don't like them. So the decocker is nice because obviously you can just flip it down, decocks the firearm, and then you have a standard double action, single action, and then you can holster it and keep it down like that. Then you'll have a nice heavy trigger pull to start with, which it's not that bad. It's very, very smooth on this. And coming from somebody that started my law enforcement career using a SIG PT26 with the double action Kellerman trigger and how heavy that was to start with, that trigger was about 8.5 pounds. Smooth, but heavy. You could actually index a trigger and get it to a point, which you can actually do with this one. And it is just a really nice trigger. I really like it. And this gun overall inside your hand, and when you put it in your hand, it has a really good feel with the Vertec style grips that this has and the flat back. A lot of the Beretta 92s or M9s, they have a hump back on there because of the grip that's on it. This one did come with that inside the nice ammo can case that you get with this in the 3 magazines. But for myself, I like how flat and slim it is with these Vertec grips. And it just, overall, in your hand, everything about this gun feels like it's in the right place. The threaded barrel on here is awesome because it doesn't have a big knob on it to the point where you have to take the thread protector off anytime you want to disassemble the gun or take the barrel out. You don't have to do that with this, which is nice. In addition to that, with this gun, not only is it in a very cool looking FDE color, it does have night sights on it, and they're nice bright tritium sights. And overall, just everything about it, I can't think of anything negative to say. Yes, people think it's outdated. When you compare it to a striker fire gun, yeah, striker fired guns are newer and the technology is newer and everything about it is. But the design of the 92 or the M9, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. A lot of the issues that military and police saw with this gun was due to it just being overused. And what I mean by that is that the gun had so much use in it and it wasn't well taken care of that they saw issues. And yes, sand and things like that, the magazines, which they're supposed to have corrected because they put a nice coating on these and they're very, very nice magazines. But there's just, it's hard to really think of negative things to honestly say about this. Sure, there's people that have experience with them in combat that saw issues with them, and I'm not discounting those issues that they saw because they did occur. But as far as it actually being the handgun itself and not maybe a finish on it or the finish wearing off completely and not having been maintained, I think that's a lot of the issues that you probably saw in general. So really with this gun, I can't wait to shoot it for you guys today and show you how it shoots. I can tell you because I've already shot it. I just had to as soon as I got it. It shoots really, really flat. Yeah, I have a light on it right now, and I'll take it off and show you guys how it shoots without the light because it just shoots really flat because of the overall weight of this gun and also that nice long barrel length with it. So let's shoot it a little bit today and you guys will get to see how it shoots. As many of you are aware, I'm sure that you do know that the M9A3 was a difficult gun, or it can be a difficult gun to get a hold of, especially in the FDE color. When I got a hold of this one, I picked it up from somebody, it had never been shot, had never been fired. Again, I told you I shot it. There was no way in heck that I was about to let this gun sit around in a safe and not get shot. There's absolutely nothing wrong with shooting it. So if you own an M9A3 or you're able to pick one up, don't let it sit in your safe and not shoot it. You got to shoot it. During my courses of fire here, when I do shoot, anytime I come from the holster, I'm always gonna go right from that double action trigger pull, because if you're gonna holster the gun with this Type G and the decocker and all that, you don't have a safety. So just put that heavy trigger pull in there to get that safety out of it, essentially. Absolute dream to shoot. You guys are probably watching this video thinking right now, man, you're just like drooling over that gun. And I'd be lying to say I wasn't. It shoots so darn well, and it shoots so flat, and having a lot of experience with the SIG P226, it shoots better than that, 100%. I've shot the double action, single action ones, and just the upgrades in this M9A3 and the trigger, everything like that behind it, it just shoots so darn well. And actually at times you probably even saw a couple of mistakes I had there with the trigger pull, and that was on my own fault, just because it is a fairly short reset and it's very light once you're already in that single action stage of it. So shoot it some more, you guys get to see it some more. We're about 7 yards now. I'm gonna shoot from the holster with it, just do some draws and things like that. Any chance I get, when I get to shoot guns, I love doing my draw stroke. It helps me work on it in general, because as you guys know, I carry a gun for a living and I like to just be essentially as best as I can be. If you're a gun collector and you're somebody that loves guns and you don't have a Beretta M9A3 or Beretta 92 in your collection, I think 100% you have to get one. It is an absolute dream to shoot. It's a lot of fun to shoot, and I can't wait to keep shooting it today. So from the holster there, that was 10 rounds in each magazine. All good hits on the paper. These ones over here are just some ricochets from the steel. What you're actually seeing is me dipping the next shots, and that's for my own self on the trigger pull, because all these ones in their center, that's actually my first double action trigger pull, which for me, again, I told you I have a ton of experience shooting my old 40 cal SIG P226 and that double action Kellerman, and it was extremely heavy, but it was always constantly heavy after that. It never had a single action at any point in time. So being able to shoot this and shoot that and get that first hit like that every time is awesome. And it's just a blast for me to shoot, and especially somewhat of a different weapon system compared to the striker fired. And a world that's dominated by a striker fire pistol, it's fun to shoot something like this. I love that. I flat out love shooting the Beretta M9A3, an absolute blast. So if you guys like what you see today, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, but follow along next time to see what more awesome content we bring you.